This story begins with a guy named Virgil Exner. In the mid-60s, he writes an article for Esquire and illustrates it himself. He takes big marks like Duesenberg and Stutz and imagines what those cars would look like in the 70s. Now, James O'Donnell's an investment banker, and he always wanted to get into the car business. So he teams up with Exner, and Exner redraws a composite from all of those drawings and comes up with something that looks very much like this. It costs $300,000, which would be around $2 million in today's money. And then they're ready to go to market with the new Stutz Blackhawk. If you want to sell a car like this, what you need is some famous customers. Elvis Presley liked it so much, he bought 5 of the things, inspiring guys like Dean Martin, Debbie Reynolds, Sammy Davis Jr. to repeat. Even kings from the Middle East bought these cars. Now, in the modern car guy lexicon, this neoclassic design can just be considered as pure bad taste. There's no accounting for taste. There's also no accounting for nouveau riche. But in the 70s, if you were nouveau riche and you wanted to arrive in something that was very classy, almost undoubtedly, it was in extremely poor taste. There's no accounting for why people build things that look so kitsch. Now, the producer of our show, who's been with us quite a long time, is a guy named Chadwick. Well, Chadwick would have crawled over broken glass to get to his Stutz. Originally owned by King Fahoud, this car actually has 24-karat gold plating on the instruments. Now, when that stuff starts to flake off, you've got a rather expensive problem on your hand. But the thing that sets it apart from any other automobile is the fact that it actually has fur carpeting. Now, the car's ride is actually very elegant. There's a bit of wind noise and probably a couple of dried out seals that can be attended to very easily. Something that Stutz owners will tell you is that these cars are fast. Well, it does make all the right V8 noises and accelerate away smartly, I suppose, for a car that easily weighs 2 tons. I guess it's fast, in the same way that a brick falling off a building will eventually get fast. It kind of gathers momentum. There's a story about prototype number 2 in the Stutz lexicon. The salesman drove it over to Graceland and gave it to Elvis to drive, and Elvis gave him cash for the car on the spot, but the guy was left without a demo. And Elvis reportedly said to him, "How do you think you're going to sell more cars? You driving around in this demo, or when people see me driving around in it?" Now, for an unrestored car, it's still in beautiful condition. All of the door jambs are really nice. The door gaps look like they've been cut out by a laser. Everything under the hood is quality. The only thing that isn't completely original on this car are the wheels. These American racing ones are reminiscent of the original Firestone ones, which are a good idea, but frankly, unsafe at any speed. Now, if you look towards the back of the car, you'll see that this beautiful hand-formed bodywork still fits like a glove. Somebody spent a lot of time sanding out this car. They've done a great job in presenting it here. Now, as far as value is concerned, well, Bronco will tell you that it's priceless, but we think it's probably worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $150,000. Now, the only one that's going to get more than that lives at Graceland, and Elvis, so far, ain't selling.